going on, Jerome's. So Minnesota Fine Vikings quarterback one, JJ McCarthy, has been criticized every which way but loose. Oh, he wasn't in a pass-first offense at Michigan. Oh, he doesn't have the numbers. Oh, this. Oh, the Vikings were flirting with various quarterbacks this offseason. Oh, they didn't bring back Darnold. What about Daniel Jones? What about Aaron Rodgers? What about Shedeur Sanders? Doesn't matter. Still standing, still strong. But, of course, the latest one was Colin Cowturd saying that McCarthy has a modest arm. And then McCarthy clapping back in his press conference and saying that, hey, at the combine, I threw 61 miles per hour, which is tied for the third best MPH at the combine, behind only Josh Allen and Joe Milton III. Perhaps you heard of them and their big-time arms. But JJ McCarthy, whether it's his time in Michigan, is like, oh, we didn't put up the major stats. But if anyone with two brain cells and an eyeball just looked at JJ McCarthy and watched the way that he has a hose for an arm, you could tell he's going to be pretty good to go. And I understand, like, hey, we only had one training camp, but every single day, every single way, threatening every single blade of grass, there was a throw that stood out. And beyond just the arm talent, like, oh, a quarterback has to do more than throw a football over the mountains, but just the pop. The release, the pop, everything is good to go there. And yeah, it's a shame that we only saw one preseason game, but he looked pretty good. Look pretty good. Tristan Jackson touchdown, no big deal. But long story longer. So ESPN's Kevin Seifert, who's not Krogerschmidt, in his 5 things to know about the Vikings quarterback JJ McCarthy, basically hose for an arm. This is what he wrote. The arm is fine. McCarthy's arm strength was a topic of public discussion entering the draft, even after he recorded a velocity of 61 miles per hour on a throw at the combine. He has also said that he once threw a ball 78 yards with the wind, which, I don't know, like, that could come in handy, I guess. But velocity and distance aren't full expressions of arm strength, nor do they necessarily correlate with long-term success. Hey, I was told that Joe Milton III was going to be really good just because he threw a ball 80 yards last year. The only relevant question is whether McCarthy can make all the throws on the NFL route tree, and over the past 2 off seasons, he has. He definitely has an arm, a receiver Justin Jefferson said. He actually has 2 arms. Justin, get it right. That's for sure. He can definitely zip it whenever he needs to. McCarthy's arm has looked especially lively on throws down the middle of the field, which, hey, that's the hallmark of a Kevin O'Connell offense. Be accurate in the middle of the field at all 3 levels. Oh, well, what happened? His 1 interception during the 2024 preseason and 2 in competitive drills that reporters saw this spring were on throws toward the sideline that cornerbacks jump. Those mistakes, however, look more like issues of timing and decision-making than arm strength, and something that will get fixed as we go along. A lot of the public doubt just comes from the stigma of playing at Michigan and not throwing a ball at Michigan, McCarthy said. But at the same time, it could be my frame. They don't see a 6'5", 240-pound guy, so how can you throw 61 miles an hour at the combine? At the end of the day, it's going to show up, and the people that know. And he's right. Also, in terms of learning to vary his throws, where we talked about, McCarthy's basically just been all gas. Yeah, he hasn't developed a curveball or a slider or an extra pitch, but that'll take time. And instead of just throwing that frozen rope down the field on a 9 route or a bang 8, hey, can you feather it on a touch touch throw over a linebacker in front of the corner or safety? It's going to happen. Jefferson noted last summer that McCarthy tended to throw every ball the same way, hard and straight. And contrasted that with how last year's starter Sam Darnold matched his velocity and trajectory to the situation. Darnold, of course, was in his 7th NFL training camp. Over time, NFL quarterbacks must master at least 3 different levels of passes: line drives, those that rise and fall quickly for the intermediate targets, and those with enough arc to hang in the air for longer developing routes. This spring, it was clear that McCarthy was experimenting with the levels, the same way a baseball pitcher might test and try to expand his repertoire during spring training. That might have been the case when McCarthy spotted receiver Jordan Addison open deep down the right seam. McCarthy's throw forced Addison to slow down and make the catch, enough of a delay that defense back in a game situation might have had time to break up the play. Speaking generally, McCarthy said he was experimenting with his throws every single day this spring and added, I believe I've grown the most on just the different level of trajectories of throw. So the fact that he's even thinking about experimenting as opposed to being a first-time starter where you could barely get a BB through. Oh, what do I do in this play? What do I do? What my footwork? What my reads? Oh, he's working on trajectories of throws. I feel like that's good. At Michigan, I was kind of a one-speed pitch kind of guy. I had a couple deeper bowls with 3-level throws and stuff like that, but I'm just working on that two ball and different paces to the pitches and ball location. And no one would know the situation better, the Vikings quarterback coach Josh McCown. Vikes fan page, McCown talked about McCarthy. In the MLB, Major League Baseball, the guys that are starters and elite pitchers are guys that can throw more than one pitch. You have to develop a second and third pitch. For us, it's kind of the same thing. JJ's got a live arm, and he can get the ball and really grip it when he wants to. It's just developing the other throws that are needed in NFL football. He will get there. He's committed to working on that. And, when McCarthy, during his time in Michigan, it was a run-first offense, despite having a former NFL quarterback being your head coach at the time. But McCarthy, like you could tell, like there's definitely some pop in that arm. The ball explodes out of his hand, and also arm strength is not going to be an issue, right? So in terms of concerns for JJ McCarthy, there's some valid ones. Like, he hasn't taken an NFL snap. Our expectation is going to be high, sure, but overall the offensive line is going to be great. Kevin O'Connell is a beautiful inside and outside offensive play caller, as well as a head coach and quarterback whisperer. Josh McCown is a fantabulous asset. Same thing with Wes Phillips. Got the receipt. When you have a list of good things that are going in JJ McCarthy's favor, and Justin Jefferson's like number 7, I feel like everything's going to be all right. So again, McCarthy does have that hose for an arm, and as we said ad nauseum, you work in those touch passes and having a little bit of finesse on his game, when to put a little bit of English on it, when to take off some gas. That's going to be important, and he'll get there. Don't sweat it. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. JJ McCarthy has a hose for an arm. We all know this. Let us know your thoughts. Comment section. You guys are the best you know what to do. Skull production value.